Hello, guys. This is Zavcore, and I want to talk about the talent. Oh, let me get out of this one. I want to talk about the ability and talents of the new City of Ash. There's a couple of things to know. There's psionic talent and common talent. But first, let me go over the psionic talents. These are basically mini job classes that you have to take in City of Ashes. Each of them provides a necessary function for gameplay. Like, you have skills, which basically allows you to cancel attacks. You have weapons that allow you to upgrade, basically, you basically buff people. And then you have, like, defense, which is the tanking tree, which allows you to basically put on a shield that protects everybody in your vicinity. And for the most part, you want to be balanced. As you see with me, I I had to dump a bunch into defense, weapons, and skills. So, what my personal opinion is, when you first start out, you really kind of need balance. You need to actually spread out your resources. And the reason for that is each time you upgrade, you get psionic resistance. And you actually increase your firepower. For overall general play, you kind of want to go the balanced route because you need the psionic resistance in order to access higher levels of City of Ash. And the more you pump into this thing, the more you get access to other skills. Well, it's basically just an upgraded version of the skill that you're using. It's not like it's a different, total, unique skill. It's the same thing. It's just better. And because of that, when you use these skills and you upgrade them, you actually get access to better skills that only certain characters can use. Like this skill can only be used by these characters that I have right here. Like my A's and S's can use that talent, but if we go here, everybody can use them. But these skills are trash. Like in higher level gameplay, you wouldn't use those. So they kind of cuck you. Like in order to really play City of Ash at the highest level, you actually need S characters. Because S characters are the only ones who can use these higher level skills. So that's something to think about if you're really seriously playing this game. This game mode, you're gonna have to use S level characters. And I'll talk about that a little later in the video. That some of the best characters are S characters. There's one A character that stands out, and that's just about it. And that's just about it. Really, that's just about it. One A character really stands out, and that's just about it. So, for the first level of gameplay, you want to like spread your resources out. Later on, you're gonna want to stop messing with your weapons for a little while and dump a lot of points into your defense and your. I mean, you want to leave skill alone and dump your resources into weapons and defense. The reason for that is, in later level gameplay, it's more opportunistic for you to have two defenders because the DPS gets so high that you want to swap between who's guarding. Because I think I'm gonna have to use that in order to go to the higher difficulties. Then when I see two people use defender, I want to be one of those guys using defender, and we want one guy using weapons for the buff. Because the aggro just gets so bad that you can kind of like forego using skills because when you think about it, at higher levels, they're gonna kind of the AI is gonna be able to pop off his attacks real quick, And it's just smarter to have two defenders as opposed to a balanced team. So either you want two defenders and one weapons, or sometimes you want two weapons and one defender. And because of that, you really don't want to invest too much resources into skills. And that's just something to keep in mind. And if you really want to see, you can look at my co-partner, Z Cool, the other administrator in our Facebook page, 420 TKO, Contra. He's actually ran some high-level content in City of Ash, and he doesn't. None of the people with him even bother with skill anymore. So just check that video out, and I'll have the link and on the YouTube on the video, so you can see that. But for the most part, you don't want to mess with skills for a while. So let's go to common talents real quick. What I will say about common talents is it's easier to understand. Because basically you're just stat stacking. You just, you know, get your essences and you pump it up. And it gives you psionic resistance. And it also gives you firepower. So that part is kind of easy to understand. There's nothing much to it. It's just collecting the resources tends to be difficult. The injection is kind of like a little more complicated. I will say that for me, I just maxed out the first and the second, and I didn't dump resources until I got those two done. Because as you notice, the different ones have higher basic energy injection requirements. So it was safer for me to just dump my resources into this, max it out, dump my resources into that, and max it out, and so on. But as far as I'm sorry, guys, I'm just late. As far as what you can upgrade, you have your attack, which is your basic overall damage, your defense potential, and your HP. This double means that you can get double of what you put in. Like say for instance, this will drop down and you'll actually get more points out of that. But I think it's important to mention that all three stats are super important. I'm more of an offensive type guy, so I pumped a lot of my cubes into offense. But thinking about it now, maybe I should have went with more defense and HP. But I like killing stuff fast, so that's why I approached it this way. But once you activate this, it'll generate a random number, and you can choose to actually go for it, or you can give it up. I personally don't give up because the resources are just so sparse. So whatever I get, I usually just go for it. Sometimes I don't because it's a little bad, but for the most part, I take whatever I can get because farming this stuff is really difficult. It sucks. But let's go back to characters in City of Ash that are really good. So we'll just go with the corresponding types. Excuse me. I'll start with skills first since that's the least important. I think there's like some of all the A characters. I think none of them are good. I don't think any A character is really good in the skill section. And as far as in the S tier, Lance is good. John Connor is good, and Code 018. I think they're really good. I haven't tried. I heard that Glenn is good too, but I haven't tested it out yet, so I'm not gonna say that. I played the rest of them. I played the other S characters. I don't think Quint's that good, and I think he's great in PvP, but I just don't think he's great in City of Ash. I don't. I've tried him. I don't think he's that good. Because the thing about Quinn is he actually is a strong survivor, but when you're doing DPS with Quinn, the characters have more HP than your PvP opponent, so he suffers here. And that's just my opinion on it. But I think the S characters are really good. I heard that Glenn was really good, but I can attest to these four being really good. So that's as far as that goes. As far as weapons go, there's pretty much one guy that stands out from the rest. Two, actually. Two people really stand out. Um, I think three. Three, if I'm... Well, I've already done it. I can't... Sorry, bro. I've already done it. Three. Three. Just three. Vera's really good because she has like a massive DPS output, but later on she starts to tank. The best, the absolute best of the weapon tree is metal is is Armored Bill. Armored Bill's the best. He is the absolute best. And I think Vera's a runner up, but she falls off in like higher level content. Um Bill's I don't even do 1-3 no more, bro. I'm sorry. I would help you, but I'm doing a video. Um Bill is the top tier guy. Uh Terminator suffers because of his playstyle. He's better for PvP, but his survivability is not there. And that's kind of what hurts Vera as well. Bill has like DPS output and he is a survivor because he can put on his armor, which allows him to take some DPS. If you see some of my videos, sometimes I survive like the high level attacks because I just burned through Bill's armor. He's really good at PvE content, and I think he stands at the at the top tier of City of Ash. If you don't have this guy, you're gonna kind of suffer when you make rooms and stuff because some people don't have them, and some people do have them. But when you do have them, it's good. When you don't, it's bad. And that's just the way things go, man. That's just it. I hate to say it, but Bill's the best. There's some runner-ups, but Bill's the best. He really is the best. And as far as defense, it's weird. Defense is weird. Because they have no S characters, but there may as well be an S character amongst them. And Jean is that S character. I'm going to do a post on Facebook later about Jean and why this is kind of weird. Because she is a buffer, her ability to raise your attack makes her stand out from the rest of the tanks. I mean, second runner-up is Snowbear, but I don't even think he compares. Because he can't buff anybody, but he is a strong survivor. And third would be Brownie because he can do DPS with his suicide machines, but Jean is like top tier. There's nothing else to say. Jean is the best character, one of the best characters for City of Ash, period. Because she can buff and she can weaken your opponents, and that goes a long way. It really does. Sad but true. It goes a long way. So that's it for this video. I would like to give out a shout out to the guy who actually told me to do it. I'm gonna put his name in the on the YouTube video that I made because it's the right thing to do, because people need to know that there are certain characters that are really good, there's certain characters that are really bad, and what talent trees you should invest in. Skills, I mean, later on you're just gonna have to drop it for weapons and defense. I've seen some people actually have no points in defense, and this is bad. The reason why this is bad is because when you check it out, there are no B characters in the defense tree. There's no B characters. So you actually have to go all the way to A and S You actually have to go there. There's no other way. Wow, Derek, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm busy. There's no other way. So keep that in mind. And that's it for this video. If you like my content, like, share, subscribe button. I'll get back to you. Have a great day and goodbye.